regardless of who is home team. But Hive Guard starting out here as the Galactic Empire. Checking to see who made the selection. Yeah, so Hive Guard is actually the home team, and they have selected Empire to start. So maybe they're confident in the Empire game and hoping they can set the tone. I think that does count for something. So we're just waiting for the two teams to jump in here. So there are some stakes on the line, as zyphaz and I were chatting about before we loaded in here. So this game has implications for my team, as well as obviously for Orange, in terms of who gets the promotion up to Group A. Um, if Hiveguard manages to take a game off of Orange, I believe that all we have to do tomorrow versus Orange is take a game. If Hiveguard sweeps Orange, then I think Blue gets the promotion. So, hey, yeah, just filling up the airtime. Yeah, yeah. Dog, you doing okay? Z Z in as player. You sure are, sir. Procast, procast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. I have no idea how to change inputs or anything here. Let's see.
There you go. Thank you, Deadweight. You can't hear Reign though, right? Reign's coming through loud and clear.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Is Reign loud and clear?
Oh geez, I entered as player again. Pro streamer.
I thought I was a boomer for not knowing how to do that.
I know. I just ran upstairs and I just hit enter. That's why.
Ban zyphaz. Starting the campaign.
Deadweight saying you have to draw in the chat.
Oh man. See, this is why I don't want to bother with SCF anymore, because, you know, if we have shenanigans like this, we're like, oh well, it's my channel, you know.
What's up, Evie?
Hey, the picture's not up. Boo.
Commercial?
No, but my picture's not up.
Oh, your picture's not up.
Yeah.
Where...
You know what? I can send a cuter one of my son. That might be better. Let's see.
Properties?
Hold on.
Add sources. Image. Add source. Oh geez, that is totally not working.
That's all right. Whoa. A conch.
There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
And let's put this under your name so people actually can see your name.
Wait. So there's a conch, the Enterprise, and the beach pick? Is this?
That's what it is.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, that's me in a nutshell.
There we go. All right.
We're in the hangar here, by the way.
Yep, we're in the hangar. 37 seconds to go.
All right, so I'll read off some lineups here. So we got Toritaka, Cynric Sinister, Hobbs, Staffy Cat Sinister, and Fabian. Fabian last flying for Cavern Angels Blue last season, but joining the ranks of Orange for this season, and they are in their lovely matching orange flight suits. Fits the team, and it is canon. So over on the Imperial side, we got Dick Willie, Turn Up, Maze, Sundance, and Crazed. Also, some nice black and gold going with the B theme.
Big B fan.
That's right. So, what's the key to each team's success here in this game one?
It's Yavin, and everything's gonna be. You gotta speed everything up. Get that mental clock going. Make sure you get initial AI. Pivot to Raider as fast as you can. It's just pivot. You just gotta be on that Raider's edge, and just move on to the next thing.
zyphaz, can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
One thing that I love that you do is you count how many AI it takes to flip. Would that be too much for you to do
No,
during a cast?
Call the bar. Call the bar.
I love that so much. 3 to flip, 2 to flip.
All right, exiting the MC75, we got the orange team. Fabian in the U-wing, Staffy in the Y-wing, Hobbs in the second U-wing, Cineric in the Y-wing, and Toru in the X-wing. On the M
Turrets
side, we
on
got
Hobbs. Turrets on Hobbs.
Oh, turrets on Hobbs. Nice, nice. Sundance is closing on a Y, but the Y went into the clouds. Crazed. Maze in a standard 2-2-1, it looks like. And Turnip looked like he went for a collision for the extra damage, and unfortunately ended up on the short end of that.
I think
Cineric
that
is
might have
low,
been a
Cineric's
Golo.
down.
I think he caught a Golo.
I saw Turnip was closing the ASM, and then he boosted into him, hoping that he would have had the advantage there. Sundance with an ion missile on Staffy. Staffy is evading. Turnip's back in the game, and we're just about plus 48. Pivoting, Hive Guard's pivoting to Raider.
Yep, heavily in favor of orange right now. But with the flexes turning on the Corvette zyphaz, that means that those Y-wings are unpressured right now.
Y-wings are unpressured, but Raiders at 50 health right now. I can't see the vet HP. And it looks like orange is going on offense.
Is anyone packing an ion torp here? No, so Toritaka is rocking Protorps and ion missile, it looks like. So no ion torps on the field. So only one source of ions, or maybe I guess one of the U-wings also carrying.
U-wing, yep, Fabian does have. Staffy looked like Staffy took it nice, but is surviving. Fabian
Hobbs
was able to land marks.
Sorry, yeah, Hobbs is running standard lasers as well as beacons.
Big burst of morale from Hive Guard as shields drop. We're about just about 35 morale.
It looks like the Hive Guard flexes are turning attention to the Corvette once again. Nice damage coming in though from Orange Squadron, getting the cruiser Delta to just about the halfway mark. Not bad for an opening attack on Yavin, and the morale bar sitting at about 50% Zyphaz.
Just about 10 seconds now, we should see a big spike. There's the morale, there's the Raider. 3 AI to flip. Let's watch that. Let's see if Fabian's X-filling.
Yeah,
and
that
Fabian's
cruiser
looking
is
for a
about
transition kill.
Yeah, that cruiser's at about 45%. Another Pro Torp going off from Toritaka, but looks like they're leaving it for the next phase. Dick Willie able to make it safely in and get the marks off.
Toro's closing on Dick. No mark.
No
Looks
mark.
like Dick may have
Willie showing off those moves. Well done, Dick Willie. Very strong positional play coming out of there. And Turnip now shooting the Nebulon, and Hive Guard doing a pretty good job getting the shields down pretty quickly and getting in the damage, but the morale bar is not in their favor any longer, guys.
Yeah, it does look like Raider does flip right now. 18 to flip, so Raider should flip. Let's go see where everyone else is in orange.
There's the call, the fallback. Sundance looking for a transition kill on. Yeah, I did as well, actually. Sundance is looking for a transition kill, but notably out of missiles, so he is in need of a resupply. I'm going to check on Dick Willie over here. Yeah, Dick Willie spotting that. It looks like he popped him a resupply just now. Turnip also in need of a resupply, a little bit low on health and out of quick lock missiles and down to 1 ion missile. So the flexes are not really able to do much PK with their oxygen sitting on empty.
Fortunately, it does look like bombers have full complement. Dick just stripped, so he should be resupplying those flexes soon.
Delta now in the safe out of range territory, and Orange is now going to work on Charlie. And they are in not bad position to set up a double out of phase here potentially.
Yeah, just
interesting strategy with the double marks here. You know, maybe they crunch some numbers or just enough field tests, but it seems like the damage is not hurting here.
Yeah, they must have they scouted out the fact that phases are much shorter, so no, why not keep that 100% markup?
Right.
Well, there
Can't
goes.
go wrong with 100% market uptime.
Yep, there goes the Raider. Looking for that last AI to flip.
The problem with this setup, though, is you only have one set of Protorps on the field, and it's a little bit harder to pull off the outer faces, and those U-wing lasers just don't have the range of the burst lasers.
Ops did leave a turret behind, but I don't know if there was any turrets for it to strip to take this 1%.
Now, do the turrets shoot the capital ships or only players?
Were they rocket turrets? I didn't see on Hobbs.
I believe they're laser turrets.
It was standard. Okay. I don't think they do. Maze or Dick was able to get Maze a really crucial resupply there. That's one thing that those laser turrets do though, is they keep up constant bleed on these standard hull type bombers. About 12 morale to flip.
Ping. Yeah, Maze is taking constant pings here. Oh, that is, yeah. I think you got to stick the defenders on those turrets and just have them be on turret clearing duty. That is pure misery for the TIE bombers with no shields to protect them.
It is. It looks like Orange is likely gonna use that 15 morale to counteract Hive Guards set up out of phase here. We might have a little bit of a standoff here about who's gonna do what. Is somebody gonna suicide? Dick Willie's inventory, he does have 3 resupplies. He's in trouble. He just blew his chaff. On his tail we have... it's Toru. Toru is able to close the kill.
Maybe switching out here. Wonder if he's just... yeah, it looks like he just hangered for resupplies. And Orange looks to be making a push on the ISD on this attack. Unless Hive Guard can flip this really, really fast with AI, they're going to have a lot of time on the ISD. Staffy Cat's in a lot of trouble, but getting a resupply right on time from Fabian. Delta's down to about 15%, 12%, falling awfully fast because they go into single digits. And they're going to have a full morale bar attack on the ISD here, zyphaz.
Let's see where those Orange flexes are. Oh, Toru just takes heavy damage, but he's able to get out of it.
Maze going down at some point. That's gotta, no wonder why the defensive speed is so slow. They must. I didn't see where they lost Maze.
I didn't see that either. Staffy or Fabian's. It looks like he's on a right disable standard. He's iced on the gen, and he's popped.
Nice pick by Turnip, cleaning up the dunk there.
We took out the Star Destroyer's tractor beam.
Oh, they lost the tractor beam, says the Imperial Admiral. Looks like they're working on the bottom ship. Are the Y-Wings? Yep.
Yeah.
Popping multi-locks
Ardo giving out the early warning.
Shields.
Are they looking for a full out-of-phase setup?
In the meantime, these shield generators are very much intact. No disables, no destroys just yet. So interesting priority here by Orange, but in the meantime, shields are still very much up on that Star Destroyer and therefore very defendable. And there's the flip. Shields did not come down at all on that attack. Toritaka coming in with a Protorp.
The Empire took out our Corvette.
Got it down to 16% right at the last second, but now he is in deep trouble on top of the Star Destroyer. He's going to sell out for that Gen zyphaz. He's at 1%. Unfortunate, but you know that'll just take a baby's breath on the next phase, but doing that all right at the last second. But that's going to give Hive Guard the chance to push in here. That could give them the window they need to come right back into this game.
We'll see. We'll see how much time it takes them to take down this full health, no shield Nebulon. And if that plus 15, how much that plus 15 is going to get him?
When Dick Willie goes down.
That's huge. That all but seals the fate on the one phase.
Absolutely. So now Hive Guard has a tall task in front of them. They're going to have to defend this ISD once more and then come back and pretty much one phase the MC-75. I don't think they can defend the Star Destroyer 3 times.
Praise is going into the hangar right now because Dick Willie's down. Maze has a full complement of farm oxes. Let's see if they're able to do it. Effectively, this is almost a full ISD. It does have quite a bit of hull damage on it, but the shields are full.
Right. And the more this phase goes on, the more time for the shields to regenerate. So if they can, the ISD shields go back to full, they're going to have to either disable both of them or destroy them, or some combination of both.
If I could only hear orange comms right now, it's like about, is the Raider going to be able to take that out of phase away from Hive Guard?
Yeah. So the Raider's just about to go down, so wasted morale there. I suppose Orange made the calculation, doesn't matter, we know the shields are full, so they just want another crack at this ISD. So here they go, let's see if this attack goes a little bit better for them.
Dick Willie under pressure.
Oh, but multiple
Dick
Orange
Willie
players,
down.
including Hobbs. Yep, Dick Willie goes
Fabian
down.
does
So
land the mark.
Fabian's now under one gen destroyed.
That was the bleeding gen.
Yep. Fabian doing a bit of a part job, taking some damage. They need Toritaka to come in with the ion missile to clean that up, but Toritaka is still a fair bit away from that shield gen. Making his way over there now. He's lining it up.
It does look like Sundance and Turnip are split.
Yep. Toritaka, not firing off that ion missile, opting to try to destroy it. But again, Orange struggling. There, finally the shields go down, but Orange struggling to get the shields down in a timely manner. But now, do they have the bottom loop set up? Is that all they wanted to do here?
It's about a 50% ISD. Power is at 32. I don't know if they got any hull created breaches, hull damage created breaches. It does look like Cynric is setting up for a pack though, so they are choosing to defend. Staffy is corkscrewing and also looking at a pack.
Dick Willie got the marks off zyphaz, so they can go for a double disable and a quick burn on his MC75. Turn up getting one gen. Can Sundance get the other one? Yes, there's the double disable.
Double disable, but we're already at 50% morale. Flag to flag pack timing is about 30 seconds. That's we could see a really good imp team take advantage of that and get in out of phase range.
Yep, Crazed finding a weak point, targeting the targeting system right now. That's down to about 20%. That's going to be good for about 8% of the hull integrity. This MC75 is in serious jeopardy, zyphaz. Another weak point being found here. It's dropping. It's going to be in single digits. Another weak point being found. Wow, what an attack by Hive Guard. Oh yeah, my goodness.
Right on that 30-second window for the packs to return for the Y-Wings.
Oh my goodness, what a devastating attack by Hive Guard.
They needed that. They needed a one phase and they got it.
Wow.
We'll take a look at that scoreboard. Pretty good damage spread on Hive Guard as well. Craze leading the way at 84k, Turnip 74k, Maze 55k, Sundance 65k. From the orange side, Staffy 62k, Cynric 79k, Hobbs 10k from those turrets, and Toru with 50k with the torps.
Wow. I'm still stunned. So I'm not surprised Hive Guard pulled it off, having scrimmed them many times. They are really good. If Dick Willie lands those marks, I mean the flexes are right there on point with the double disables, and you know they've learned to be super efficient on the MC75. So we've learned not to let them do that, but you know it was a do or die situation, and Hive Guard just got the job done. They knew the task at hand, and they just executed to perfection. Not easy to pull off a one phase on Yavin, but Hive Guard showing how it's done.
Definitely want to ask Orange about that strat. Getting under the belly of the ISD, full shields, full hull, and trying to set it up for out of phase without even taking the gens.
I think it's just the kind of thing where the Y-Wings are hoping that the other dudes are doing their job with that, and maybe just some things went wrong or there's some miscommunications. I'm not sure what happened, but I think the Y-Wings for Orange just go to work on the turrets regardless of the shield status.
Great point. We did see Toru, who is the only ion missile carrier, on the way into the second flag. He was under pressure on the way in. I didn't see him on the first one though.
Right. Turn up Sundance and Fox. I mean, all those flexes are super capable of turning up the heat. So if you're being double teamed or even single pressured by them, it can be extremely difficult to do your job as a flex. So I wasn't paying a close enough attention, I think, to the Hive Guard flexes and who they were picking up. But very notably, though, it took almost 1.85 phases for Orange to get those shields down on ISD. They didn't get them down at all on the first phase, and the second and that was a full phase attack. Second phase, they didn't bring them down until what, about the 20% morale mark or something like that. So that gave Hive Guard the window they needed. So I just think maybe this timing was a little bit off. I noticed Fabian put in some ion lasers on that gen, but Turataka was a little bit too far away to clean it up with his ion missile. So
Yeah.
just tough breaks there for Orange.
I didn't see. You saw it. I believe you called it was turn up that got the ice on Fabian when Fabian was going for the initial right side gen, visual right disabled.
Yep. I think Sundance got the dunk and turn up looked to be swooping in to clean it up. But yeah, I mean, it was a nice 1-2 punch. I mean, like Sundance, turn up, Fox, all three of those flexes work extremely well together. So one sets him up, the other one knocks him down.
While I was calling capship numbers, did you see the kills? I didn't see kills. I know there's at least 4 deaths on the Hive Guard side that we missed.
You'd think with me operating my own stream, I'd be picking up more kills, but nope. I was excited by the base race. I'm betraying my PK roots. It was an exciting base race.
Right on.
I will try to be. I kept trying to follow the flex perspectives, but didn't get it. I did catch turn up picking off Fabian though. That was quite the clutch kill. But
now this is interesting. This is the first time I've casted in this season where it's 2 games and 2 games only. A split is a split. Let's get this new Reign picture up.
Very, very European. I kind of like it in a way, right? Like there's a certain pressure and like, do we pick NR because it's this map, or do we just pick Empire? So it kind of takes away that pressure off of you as a team. Whatever, we're just gonna play one as each faction, and that's that, right?
Yeah.
I personally, as particularly as a caster and a spectator, I love the drama of Game 3. Certainly, though, the Battle of 2 is more equitable, though.
Oh, MJ says there's no sound?
No sound. No sound.
Really? Oh yeah, so no, I have a video playing where normally in previous seasons there would have been stats and everything. Yeah. The video, I just didn't want a big giant white box there, that's all. Sorry, MJ. Oh, let me go back to the channel.
Okay.
Looks like the game is up.
Remember, join as a spectator, sir.
Sure. Yep. Sorry. The password made me laugh. Give me 1 second. Let's toggle the spectator this time. And enter the super secret password.
Super secret. The last time I streamed, I think that's when I accidentally hit show password for some reason. Yeah, that was cool. It's a very professional cast.
The best is when you just read it right out loud.
Hey, for the 3 people watching my stream, how's the audio between zyphaz and I?
Did I join as? No, I did not join as player again. Not this time.
Spectating. You're spectating.
How's Reign's new picture? Oh, wait, let's get some jambling going now that we got some waiting. Start prediction.
No baby picture?
It's in there.
Oh, it's in there. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Did they? Oh, okay. Eric Crane prediction.
I had to find batteries. So that communicator toy uses some obscure watch batteries. So I ordered them, popped them in because like my son had played with that communicator before, but his face when he opened it up and it made the sound, he was like, "Whoa!"
Oh, someone already started a prediction. Thank you. Thank you, Platt. Right on. And was he just flipping it over and over and over and over?
And then it has voice clips, and he loves it. So he loves original series Star Trek, and I think it's because there's little golden books of original Star Trek, and so he just gravitates towards those characters.
Very cool.
Yeah, he loves the episode with the Gorn. That's his absolute favorite.
Is it
Loves
episode 1?
the Gorn. No. That was the Man Trap, I think, but it is in season 1.
Oh, okay.
He absolutely loves the Gorn. And he loves reenacting it with his little figures too. It's pretty darn cute. I mean, the poor kid didn't have a chance to be nothing but a sci-fi fan with me as his father, but I have to say it didn't take a lot of effort. He just took to it.
Yeah, for sure. Is the Mrs. Sci-Fi fan as well?
She is just not as hardcore as I am.
Right on.
But she'll watch. Yeah. She's watched all the new Star Trek shows with me and whatnot. She's watched most of TNG, all of DS9, all of Voyager. Yeah.
Are you guys watching Picard?
Yeah. So we're excited about season 3.
For sure.
Yeah. Now, when I met her, to be fair, she had the 2009 J.J. Abrams Star Trek in her DVD collection. So I'm like, okay. She's pretty cool. This might work out. All right, we have a Star Wars game to talk about, though.
Here we go. Coming out of the MC75. It looks like Hive Guard did switch up a bit. I did see Jackal and Maze. Page down. So we got Dick Willie in the U-Wing, Maze, Jackal in the Y-Wings, Fox turn up. On the orange side, we got Hobbs in a TIE Bomber. Standard. Fabian, standard pancake. Cynric, ASM, ion missile, and just launches both oxys on one of the Ys. Oh no, it's on Dick Willie. Unsuccessful. Staffy lining up a double set.
Conversion shield saving Jackal there from the dump, but nonetheless Orange taking that first flip. Toritaka's on the back of Jackal. Jackal going down. Good
That's a phase win.
Yep.
That was
Good pick by the
Toru.
Orange flexes.
Right on.
We're pushing into the enemy fleet now.
Cynric is huge and strolling up to Fabian's for positioning on the mark. Looks like Fabian is going to be able to pop those. One pack in for Hive Guard already. Shield's about to drop. Plus
March
35.
is now going out from Fabian. Great job going in and nicely using the Nebulon for cover.
Both Turnip and Fox are already on the Raider.
Yep. Fabian's very, very underrated as a support. He's super, super evasive. Orange was very, very lucky to have a good player like him. And there are some. He's also a very versatile player.
Maze under heavy pressure, goes into the clouds, and is able to get a resupply. Dick Willie with a clutch resupply there. Just about to flip one AI.
We took down a raider.
Yeah, interesting that there's offensive PK pressure coming out on the Y-Wings here. Keeping the phase going just a little bit more to get a little bit extra damage coming in on Delta. Let's see if
15, 16.
Yeah, they can definitely cash in on that if they wanted to, but I'm gonna bet they're gonna leave it for the next phase.
They're targeting our cruisers.
It looked like Hobbs was staying in, expanding MLMs on it.
So both of the Hive Guard flexes are running Ion Missile and Proton Torpedo. So no Ion Torp on the field. Fox taking some PK pressure. but able to get his ion missile and proton torpedo off on the cruiser, but taking the dunk here. Let's see who's on the back of him. Watch
Shields
a whole
go
lot
down
of
right there.
Oh, that's Cynric on the back of him, but Cynric out of missiles and not able to finish that kill. And Fox getting bailed out nicely by Dick Willie and able to get his shields partially regenerated here. Cynric still very much in need of a resupply here. Unfortunate for him because he had Fox on the ropes, but Fox able to slip out of his grip. Nice damage coming out of Hive Guard here, going to work on this cruiser. And pulling themselves just about even with the morale bar halfway through. Now, if they can get shields down on the other cruiser, I think it might even arguably put them ahead. That is a tappable out of phase here. Go ahead, Zyphaz.
But this is only 50 bar. Cynric did abandon Jackal, so Jackal is able to get out. 10 to flip. Raider's about to go down. And as you mentioned, shields did go down on Alpha.
Yeah, so that's going to make the subsequent attack a lot easier for them. And getting the shields down on both cruisers in one phase on Yavin is no small feat. So, looks like Jackal is pre-lining up a pack, has a nice, juicy pack of TIE fighters lined up. Although,
Fabian is marked trying to evade ion missiles. And is able to evade the double ion missile.
Cynric going down at some point. I didn't see what happened to him.
I completely missed that as well, because it looked like Turnip and Fox were both on Fabian.
Yep. Shields now, just now coming down on Charlie. Delta is still in the out of phase range, so Orange is going to be looking to counter here with a double oop. So Hive Guard
does look like Raider flips right now, though.
Yep. So if Hive Guard pops that Raider, they're going to deny the double oop. Strong stuff coming out of Hive Guard here. Protorp coming out, and that's going to finish the job in just a second here. There it goes. Well done by
Frigate
Hive
is
Guard.
at 23, 20. Yeah, 23. Oh, unfortunate bonk by Hobbs. Resupply, and then Fabian just bonked him.
Take it down and keep our cruisers safe.
He giveth and taketh away. One out of phase done. They could commit to that second one at 19, but yeah, it looks like they're going to opt to not do that. They're going to start working on the Corvette here and prep that.
Hobbs is able to get a full pack right in front of him. At 20 health, though. Very dangerous if one of the flexes does notice. Oh, I did miss a turnip kill. Turnip was down.
Yep. You know, between the two of us, we should be catching more of these kills, but alas.
Save us, chat. Save us. Oh, it was a bonk kill. Thank you, Cosmo.
Ah. Kurataka looks to be in position here to defend his ISD, and they have managed to flip the phase. So strong defense coming out of Orange. A nice game of ping pong going on here, Zyphaz.
The vet was completely full health there. Orange could have sat back on that. That might have been a little bit of failure of concept. Jackal goes down at the beginning of the defense. And, oh, Dick, we missed a Dick death. Oh, did Dick suicide? Is that how they flipped it?
Ah, perhaps. But at what cost? Because now they're down a farmer.
They're down a farmer. Maze is full ox. Fabian is on the way in on the MC-75. Minus 20 morale. 55 morale.
Yep, but Fabian is in prime position to get these marks off. Beacons away on the MC-75. And they have landed. One shield jet is disabled.
Chat does help us out. Dick did just hang there for resupplies. He didn't die. That's why they have short clock. Double disable is successfully executed. And they destroy one. So they look like they may be setting up for not a one phase.
Yep. So this MC-75 is going to be prepped for the second attack very, very nicely. Weak point being found by Toritaka. Doing some nice orbits around this MC-75. Now, if they really wanted to, they could push, but I think they're going to fall back for a nice, strong defense here.
Jackal's got the flip. MC is at 54.
And Power just being taken out there at the end. With Toritaka over top of the MC-75 and not in position to defend his ISD. Dick Willie already on top of the ISD. Beacon's just about to go out. And the X-Wings are right there about to disable one of the gens. Turn up disabling the visual left gen.
Jackal pops the right tractor beam.
It's a double disable.
Double disable with a double tractor beam pop. Looks like somebody was practicing.
Yep. Power system being taken out there. Right, we see a repeat of game 1. Weak points are being found. Turn up, finding a weak point. Getting dunked though.
Somewhere Staffy fell.
Oh no, how did that happen?
Oh, so they're down to one farmer. Hobbs does have full ox. He only sees onesie twosies. Star Destroyer's below 50.
Yep, they missed a weak point on the bottom hangar, but they're just going to town on this haul. Fox pumped in at a proton torpedo. I think Hive Guard's got this.
Underneath and he's not getting hit, so they must have had the full strip already.
Yep. Hive Guard about to take the sweep here against Orange. Super
Holy
impressive.
Smokes.
Back-to-back one phase of the respective flagship zyphaz. Incredible stuff from Hive Guard.
That ISD setup, I don't think I've seen it done like that. Maybe Savrip?
Beautiful. Savrip. What about CA Blue? Come on. Come on.
I've never seen the one person to each tractor and then one person to each gen.
True. So anyway, really nice stuff coming out of Hive Guard here. That was textbook stuff. What I really loved about that in particular, zyphaz, is that while Orange was deep on the MC-75, Hive Guard was already on top of the ISD with the U-wing led by flown by Dick Willie spearheading the attack. Nice damage spread. Fox coming out with 98k no deaths damage for Hive Guard.
Yeah, when you made the call that Dick was on top of the ISD and that Toru was still on top of the MC-75.
That's nailed it right there.
Yeah.
So that's something that I know Hive Guard's been working hard on is positioning, and positioning is everything in this game, and particularly as the New Republic, which has much slower ships than the Empire. Right there, they're just ready to pounce on that ISD, and the Orange Flexes were just not in position to defend. So beautiful positioning.
The two maps that need it, Yavin and SLS, right? I mean, everyone talks about those wide open chasms that you have to cross, but if you're already across, there's no chasm to cross.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to say. I mean, that was textbook execution. Yeah, they went right to work on the tractors. That makes it easier for their teammates to go swooping around the Star Destroyer. That was great. That was just great stuff. That was a fun set of games. Pretty close too. They really could have won either way.
Does look like that your teammate Deadweight does have some work ahead for him though. There was a gentleman's agreement that if Hive Guard does 2-0, Jito's gonna have to turtle race.
Ooh. Cab. So Sundance is asking Cab and Orange still need to play, right? Yes, that's true.
Correct.
So Cab right now, we swept our 2 series so far, so we're sitting at 6 points. Hive Guard also has 6 points now, right? Because they swept Hellporgs and they just swept Orange. But they got swept by us. So if we take a point off of Orange, then I think we beat Hive Guard. If we get swept by Orange, then I think it comes down to the cap-ship ratio versus Hive Guard.
Man, I can't believe cap-ship ratio is a thing.
Well, I mean, this was going to happen with best of 2, right? So yeah, I became very quickly concerned about cap-ship ratio when we had a drop during our Hellporgs game. So Super Kev dropped right at the very end, and Deadweight was able to tag in for him. But Super Kev runs an X-wing and usually gets anywhere from 70 to 80k damage on a regular basis, and subbed that out for Deadweight, who got 12k because he played like the last minute of the game. So I believe the league has decided that it will only matter in the head-to-head matchup. So since that occurred in the Hellporg series, I think it would come down to the head-to-head cap-ship ratio of Blue versus Hive Guard.
Either that or we just throw all the players into a pot and we do a SPVL event that means nothing.
That's a way better solution.
The problem with the SPBL events is that they're on Saturdays, though, right? It's like
Right. So
Yeah.
I was able to do most of one with some moderate side eyeing from the wife.
moderate is a kind word for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do these teams want interviews?
Let's see. Let's see. Anyone for interviews? Let's go into that game chat. Is Hive Guard gonna do the Hive Guard thing and swamp us, or do we want to let? Well, right now in Sydney it's what 2 p.m. But not everybody in Orange is in that time zone, right?
Let's ask. Interviews? Question mark.
And there goes Hive Guard. So.
Hey.
Heard you wanted interviews.
We did. Guys, so what a couple of amazing flagship attacks. So, besides the fact that you did it well, just walk me through that. What was the thinking there? Was there something specific that you practiced, something specific that you worked on in scrims and practices?
Oh, Dick said it. What was it, Dick? Do our jobs. He
Ah,
was the hanger. He was like,
do your
okay,
job.
do the thing. Let's do the thing. Let's do our job.
Wait, is it do the thing or do your job?
Do your jobs. That's what
Do
he
your
said.
job.
All right, let me write that down. Do jobs. Okay.
I think partly we've just committed to higher out of phases than previous, and so we're kind of all on the same page, and the damage comes in pretty quick.
Yep.
We've had
And,
some good
Out of
tutors.
phase. Yeah, those are 2 in phases, sir. In phase, 1 phase attack. So what are you talking about? Out
We
of
were
phases?
Yeah, but I mean, we're
beforehand
setting up
we
for
would
the
have.
One way or another.
like we're gonna go through like it's like do or die kind of thing.
There's no going back.
We're even gonna, you know what? We're gonna oop that turtle race too.
Well,
I did make
have
sure.
to say-
We're talking to JP about it already. Turtle mechanics.
Excellent. I have to say though, that was especially the game 1 with that massive comeback. That was exhilarating stuff. I mean, that was just what a great MC attack.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Zyphaz, I'll shut up now and you ask questions.
Oh no, I was just gonna hang that death on Dick Willie. That wasn't a death that he hangered, but I told everyone else in the stream that it was a death. You're welcome, Dick.
Thank you. There was a few others, so I feel like it comes out in the wash.
No, but that
I
ISD
occasionally
setup.
make it back to the hangar. Yeah.
I mean, I've watched like the first 2 minutes of one of your practices before going to bed or watching TV, but I've never seen the ISD setup that successful. Where it's like everyone had a job, and
Told everyone to do their
everyone had
job.
an individual thing to do. It was like,
Yep.
Maze was on the right. Jeez, what the hell is it? Boop, 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 boop. Tractor beam. Jackal was on the left one, and then the Flexor on the gens, and then Duck did the thing against power. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Although
I think you
if
had that
noticed-
reversed.
Was it
Yeah,
reversed?
Dick
Oh,
was,
okay.
Jackal was on the right gen.
Oh, yeah. And Dick was on shield.
Zyphaz. God.
Maze used
but
the
yeah,
Scions on power.
I felt really good about that ISD attack because we were so far ahead of everyone else coming in. So like there was no pressure, and it just felt really good.
Yeah, that's
Right
something
on.
I caught. I noticed that Toritaka was in deep, and I was like, I bet the Hive Guard flexes are creeping up ahead. And sure enough, you guys are right on top of it. Something we've seen a time or two, in scrimming you all. So, is that part of the game plan as NR, just to kind of pre-position a little bit?
It has
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
Especially with they're slower, physically slower to maneuver and get across from one side to the other. You can't decide at the last minute to go and outrun the Empire somewhere.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Precisely. So, was there anything special in your game plan prepared for Orange Squadron in particular?
We were before game one. Somebody or KG. that word came up. Somebody was like, "Hey, why are you playing KG tonight?" I'm like, "I'm scared of these guys. Like, I have a lot of respect for this team. Like, this is serious shit." Before the game, somebody was like, "Man, we're like looking through the who's in the lobby, and we're like, oh, fuck, God."
Well, we definitely saw them break out, we saw Hobbs break out the turret versus Hellborgs. So we knew that was a possibility. And I
Well, and
think
we
they
didn't know
also
what to
broke out
expect.
triple bomber versus Hellborgs. I think we were kind of expecting both those things. We thought about it. We weren't sure if we were thinking about it the right way, but it worked out in the end.
What
They're
did
a
you do
team
to
like
counter
that
those
doesn't have
turrets?
a lot of weak points.
For sure.
The turrets. I don't know if we really countered them. We just sort of tried to ignore them and make sure that we were monitoring
shot a
our
few.
health. The worst thing about that strat is actually not the turrets. It's the overcharged lasers that Hobbs is running around with, because he's constantly putting pressure on the bombers, and it does slow the farm down.
They definitely melted crazy one time, but
Yeah.
I was like, get out, and then he was at 0 health from whatever he was at. But I think it just, I mean, like it was causing pressure and pain, but it just wasn't like enough between everything else that was going on.
Right.
Well, it's strung
And we
things
knew it
out
was
quite a lot,
coming.
too.
We knew it was
Made the
coming.
game long.
But, yeah, you just kept playing the game and trying to make the right decisions.
Shooting turrets.
Yeah, I was going to say, were the flexes involved in that? Did you guys just try to shoot down the turrets whenever possible?
I shot the turrets when
Quite a few. Yeah,
when
I could
they
see
were
'em,
annoying me.
I was like, yep, I'm good. There's
Well,
a
when
few
they
irritating.
personally annoyed me, did I
Yeah.
shoot them?
Pretty much.
Understood.
That is the flex way.
It's true.
Well,
It's true.
I
How
saw
does it
one. I
affect
saw one
me, and why
sometime.
should I do it?
Hey, I closed on one that was slightly out of range from me, and then shot it. And I closed
Yeah.
from like over 1,000, so I went and killed it because I like my teammates. I want them to be prosperous and happy fellows.
That's a lot of I statements, sir. I'll have you.
I know I shot a few as I was transitioning between packs on the farm, just because they'd be like right there. So as you're swinging around, you just shoot it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you like pass your nose across one and don't just like press your fire button, like you're fired. Like get out.
Speaking of
You
the farm,
leave it there, like come on.
speaking of the
Why
farm and the
not? It's
morale
right there.
game, the morale game, didn't Orange win both openers?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Well,
Wow, holy smokes!
yeah, we were on the back foot both
Yeah,
games.
we're also kind of surprised. Yeah, not that they won both openers, that we came back twice.
Yeah, that's on Yavin. Usually,
Yeah.
usually.
Of all places.
Yeah,
They're
they did
just
a good
trying to
job with the
upset the
openers.
stats.
They had real strong farm on the first game. Second game, I'm pretty sure they chaffed or secreted my first Golo. So yeah, they got a pretty quick flip, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah,
turn up.
Orange's first defense, your guys' first offense was really quick. Was lightning quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Turn up. How did you die in the game one opener?
Oh, let me tell you, it was great. We were talking about it.
No, I disagree. It was not.
Oh, and I'm gonna do it again next game too.
I'm doing it again.
It appeared to be a simple collision, but I think you popped a Golo.
I did not pop a goal. No. What I did was I ran. We were talking about it, and so we're like, well, what do we do when the Y-wings go into the clouds and we can't shoot them until they pop up? So what I did was I rammed the shit out of Sinric into the clouds, and I just immediately died. And then 5 seconds later, Sinric died as well, and I got the kill for it. So it was great.
Interesting.
I
Yeah, I didn't know.
Not a bad
That's
trade.
how that turned out. Okay, because I heard you say that you died and then he died also, and I'm like, I have no idea what just happened. Like we talked like about like let's go try ram him, and I'm like, well, I'll just watch the other one, and see if I can when he comes back out of the clouds, right?
Was that because of Kaz's video that he posted in SCL with
No.
with Hod suggesting
His
the ram?
video is awesome, but
No,
it was
I
that's
didn't see
no.
it.
This is Turnip's madness on his own.
I was like, is the ram meta gonna come?
You ram meta. First you ram the AI, then you ram the farmer.
Yeah, I mean, Hobbs even rammed me at one point. It was crazy.
I told you about ramming the AI. That's Floop's super secret strategy. That we
Oh
have.
yeah.
A year and a half ago, I tried ramming AI, and I couldn't get any good success in like
Yeah.
the first 7 seconds of attempting it, so I just gave up and walked away.
You can mess up the packs for them, man. It's gonna work.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, they don't move. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, that was fun. Anyways,
Well,
So,
aside from Reign and I in here, we do have a very large party here of people that play Deep Rock Galactic.
What?
Oh,
Used to.
Used to. Are.
On occasion.
It's
I
true.
can make a comeback.
Hi there, Hobbs. Hi,
I
Fabian.
still got it.
Yes, Fabian and Hobbs, I saw you guys jump in.
Best game ever.
GG's, guys. Oh my
GG's,
gosh.
guys.
I
GG's.
can't.
Yeah,
GG's.
GG's, guys.
Yeah, that was. I honestly think that you guys would have steamrolled through us, or it would have been more consistent without the stupid crazy turret thing, just because you're so efficient at anyone who has a 2-2-1 against you. So I just thought throw something that not as efficient at, no experience on it. So I do that. I have no idea how Y-Wings just got an amazing thing to win the flip. I don't even know what happened there. I'm just like, I see a bomber, I'm going to shoot this. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this strat is ridiculously weird, and it's weird that it is extending phases
and honestly,
loses so much damage that
it felt like viable. Like we were what was I gonna say?
It was
Like,
really pretty
it
effective
wa-
up until like we executed a one phase really well when
Yeah,
we
I was
really
gonna
had
say-
to. Like we had to sliver. We had just one little window to win, and we kind of did. But otherwise, we would have been done.
Definitely felt like we were
strong.
losing that game the whole time.
Yeah, we were losing the whole game until we didn't at
Yep.
the very end.
No, I thought we were ahead as well and
Yeah.
everything. And when Dick Willie was so far behind to go to that MC, I was
Oh,
like, there was
God.
still a chance to stop his mark because he's so
Yeah.
far behind as it flipped. But no one could catch him. My team was all ready to oop, and I told them to go for Dick Willie instead. So I may have made a really bad call there. But I just thought that there was an opportunity to stop that mark and slow that down so that we have a chance. But he got there, he got those marks, and that was the end.
The first game, to be honest, felt like we are winning the whole time, and then we screwed up both ISD attacks. And then fuck
I
that.
mean, we
Okay.
didn't just screw up. Their flex was really good at stopping our
Yeah,
action.
of course, that
Like,
was good. And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have been just a smarter team today, so they haven't
you.
made that of mistakes.
We felt like we scrounged up an ISD defense twice. At least I felt like it didn't feel like good. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
like
the
I
thing
didn't
was-
kill any.
the-
I
the
messed
thing
you
was-
up, and then like I looked up and morale was good. I'm like, Raider, I guess.
No, you catch Toro. He was a bit behind, and then I made maybe the mistake to try and save him, and lost a bit of time before I could reach the Shijan, and then I shoot 1 or 2 resupplies to him, and then I said, okay, I gotta go, and then that was already too late. And then you guys picked on me, and the whole offense fell apart.
Yeah, there
That
was
time I got
a
it
really
done. It was like I let it go at like 179, and I'm like, I know he's got chaff. I've got one. It's got to hit, and I got to hope that somebody following behind me is going to be able to clean this up, or I can get around.
Yeah.
And then you got a bonk too. I think it ran you into the
Yeah,
machine because you were
we
hurt
saw-
when I turned
we
around.
saw on the mainstream that Fabian, or that the sequence that you spoke about right there, where Toru was corkscrewing and you were about 600 meters ahead of him, and the second that you turned back, just to save Toru, it's like, oh my goodness, it's like that might have been the ISD attack there.
Yeah, honestly, I the moment I shot the resupply to him, I thought, oh no, I should have let him die.
Let him die.
I told you to let him die.
Let him die.
I told you.
So I'm gonna make a plug for Jonathan Joel because he's the most cold-hearted support I've ever played with. He's like, I'm like, John, I'm being shot. He's like, nope, I need to get the marks. I'm gonna get the 10 staples. Go fucking save yourself.
Yeah, you haven't played with Dick Willie.
You have to hate your team to be a support player.
No,
You
I
can't
think
be you
It's
can't
true.
be caring at all. It's like you've got a certain amount of resupplies, you've got a job that you got to do, and everyone wants something from you. You just no. Get the hell out of there.
Well, you're the field medic. You choose who lives and who dies,
I
right?
literally sent this.
Too
hang
much
on,
power. Now that I think about it.
I sent this message to Fabian, I think maybe a couple of days before this match, and I said, you go for those marks. any idiot that asks for a resupply while you're going there, you throw a dumbfire and you yell fetch. Go
Yeah,
fetch.
but
That's
yeah,
it.
I got that, Hobbs, but he wasn't even asking. I was seeing it, and I made the wrong decision to live. That was the thing. So
Fabian, Bleeding Heart Fabian, you heard it here.
If you're on attack and somebody says I need a resupply, you say they're under the cruiser. Go get one.
Yeah, over there.
yeah, but
There's
I have
calls
seen
for
him
help.
dying on the spot when I do not shoot him a resupply, and I thought, okay, I give him one, and then it was too late.
It kept him in it, but I think right as soon as he got resupplied, I went, well, damn, that's fucked. So he's shooting at the shield gen. Let's go shoot at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to say no.
What I was going to say is the first game felt winnable. The second one was totally stomping us. There was no. Yeah.
Even though you
What do you
guys won the
think?
flip.
I don't
you guys
know,
won the
yeah,
flip
but
very
The
convincingly
second
too.
game seemed
The MC was low. I was scared you were gonna one phase that MC because we were low.
it
We were
looked
slow
like
on
it
the
was
footage.
close. Those
Yeah.
are two very close games. I didn't feel like that was a stomp.
I asked the team. I think our last attack felt very slow. I don't. The damage coming to the MC felt slow. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just a feeling. But
I had to evade for a little bit because I was trying to get a shield gem before they went down because I wasn't sure if we were getting the double disable or whatnot, and so I
There
had
was
to
a slight
just
delay there,
dance for a
yeah.
while. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that where you weren't doing damage that
Yeah.
portion of time. And what was it at when the phase flipped? Was the
About
whole
40.
Okay, I saw 40 something, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that
Which
was
is-
exactly is that the shields didn't come down
Big
quite
ass.
fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take the 6K away from the visual right shield gen and put it onto the hull, and that could have been an early breach.
Yeah.
And you got a different decision tree going on there.
Did
Yeah.
your flexes recognize my fortified shield on the Reaper? I tried it out because Big Brain has it all the time, and it felt really good. I don't know.
Fabian, we're playing Reign tomorrow. Don't say that.
No, bigger shields are very good.
I mean, it functionally doesn't change anything. The Reaper will be shot at.
Wait, but if Orange, if you guys like sweep cab, doesn't that create like a three-way tie ultimate hell in the division?
That'd be hilarious.
Tie.
That's what
Does it though?
Deadweight just said. Yeah, it would create a
Do it,
three-way
Orange.
tie.
I'm
Do
all
it, you
about that
cowards.
three-way
Alright,
tie,
yeah.
so
I mean,
I'm
I was rooting for you already, but this
Do
is
it,
all the
Orange.
more
for
reason.
Orange.
All the more reason to root
and
for
then-
Orange.
And then we're just gonna go.
Burn it down.
We're gonna
Orange is scary.
We're gonna
Yeah.
force the league to go back to Battle of 3 because of that tiebreaker hell.
Yes, yes, do it.
Do it.
Do it, cowards.
Good. That'd be good.
Pretty
Imagine, wait a minute. What if it was a three-way tie that you have two teams, but you split, like you've got two Hive Guard on the same team as like two Orange and then two Cat. I don't know. That way you end up fighting each other. There must be some way to do it. I don't know.
No, we just all go back up to Group A, and then Group A has like,
Yeah, all in group A goes down.
goes 18.
Yeah, Group A has to switch places. That's a good idea. I
Yeah,
like that.
there
Maybe
you
it's just
go.
a
I like that
crazy
even better.
dogfight free for all, and you just can't.
I'm just waiting for the easy games. Like, when do we get to play an easy team instead of like all these killers?
We have to
can-
lose
can-
more.
Can we go
Yeah.
down to like E or F or whatever divisions? are
we've
down?
Also, all we
Yeah.
have to do is disband our team and form a new team on a different
There we
name,
go.
and then
There we
can
go. We'll
start
call
an E.
ourselves Aces Mid or something.
Yeah.
We stumbled our way into the very competitive area of the Squadrons community where we better fucking work our asses off, or we will get stomped on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. What the hell?
No, this is why. When did it get sweaty? Because like we were just hanging around, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are good," and we're like, "What?"
Well, yeah,
Like-
we can't pull off flagship attacks like
Well,
that. If that's what you
No,
want.
no. You can't pull off good combat from behind victories if you don't fuck up the first half of the game at least. So I mean, you're welcome. That's
Well,
Well,
we
we
know,
made too many mistakes. This Orange is super good, and on those openers, they did a great job.
Yeah, those are
And
great.
top, you know.
Oh, I was going to say by the farm. Like, wait, I was a farmer one of those. Yeah, go me. I did it.
Good job.
yeah, so really good stuff, and honestly, as from the caster's perspective, either game could have went either way. Had a couple of things gone right for either team. So it was really, really good stuff and really fun to watch. Any concluding thoughts? We'll let Orange have the concluding thoughts here.
Need more turrets.
True.
Oh, speaking of the turrets, that 10K from you, Hobbs, was that from your lasers? Or do your turrets actually hit objective?
Oh, turrets. We did some testing. It's so weird. If there's no target near the turret, it'll go for a Corvette. So I think it's for big ships as well. Which made me think about like you know how like JP has for the outer phase thing, he's got like a rocket turret support. What if you have like a double turret? Maybe it does things. I don't know. Does extra damage.
Yeah,
with the right pilots, the right pilots can pull off a lot of things.
Yeah.
Is that an argument for A-wing? Sounds like an A-wing argument.
No.
Could be. I mean, I think that my turret support thing is a better, like, and I don't mean to be calling out Autumn, but I reckon it's a better pressure alternative just because you're in a ship that's got a little bit more survivability, but with that constant pew pew plus your own lasers, you can put the same amount of crazy A-wing pressure on someone, except I guess you don't have the quick locks, but then you got the turrets there instead. I think that's what like we were sort of trying out to do with like, because the A-wing does it so well, but then it runs out of power too quickly, and then it runs out of like laser power really quickly, and then boost, and then it's just like, and it's got a fraction of health. It does all the things, but the survivability is just not there, and then the consistent firing isn't there because they nerfed the crap. They nerfed it way too much, which is sad.
I'm still traumatized by that, by the way. I still dream of my A-wing sometimes late at night.
They're so nice to fly in, like just like the cockpit and everything, how much you can see and everything like that. Is no other ship is like that except the B-wing maybe.
Oh, it's great. But the U-wing lasers feel pretty nice. As someone who doesn't fly support, I do like the way the U-wing lasers feel.
It's an incom ship.
Oh yeah, because it's they fire faster, right? Like the lasers
X-wings,
have a faster
U-wings.
cadence.
They also come out from pretty much right under the cockpit, which I like. That makes it easy for me.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
Like a
A-wing.
Y-wing.
Yeah, like a Y-wing or an A-wing.
Real narrow.
Yes.
Direct cone.
Anyway, for the support, you could trade out those quick locks for the seeker mines instead, and then you've got your A-wing support. Could you imagine a turret seeker mine U-wing?
Look, Staffy
Sounds-
did want me
sounds
to run
cancer.
something like that, and I was like, I mean, I'm already pushing it with this stupid build. I want to add that too.
Why not just go ultimate cancer loadouts? Like just.
I mean, because how
can we make it
parts
as
as well.
unpleasant as possible to play against?
Ooh. Hey guys, you want to know a cool stat right now? So
Sure.
Edway just posted a little graph in our or graphic in our blue channel. So right now there's been 20 games played in groups A and B. Win rate for each faction 50-50.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Bullseye.
There you go.
Quite cool.
bad.
So interesting
bad.
enough, so NR has the advantage. It has a 62.5 win rate on Yavin, but Empire has 62.5 win rate on Xavian.
Interesting.
Oh,
Wow.
that is
Yeah.
that's strange.
My
I
campaign
feel like we're playing
to,
Xavier wrong.
to put Xavian in the dustbin of history is just failing. The facts are they're just there.
Straight facts.
Straight facts.
That's nuts.
It is. So thank you for keeping the faction parity tonight, everybody. Much
Of
appreciated.
course.
All right. Well, again, thank you both for putting on a hell of a show, and we'll see you all out there.
Thank you for casting.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
See
you.
you later. Oh,
GG.
real quick.
GGs.
So I actually also casted, so you could get like a double view. I don't know how good of a
Double
job I
cast,
did with
cool.
that, but yeah. So
Ah.
two streams to watch back.
Oh, nice.
2 streams.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
You can never have too many streams.
Well, they cross too.
Just never cross.
Whoa.
They
never
they-
cross
they-
streams for casting.
They
Appreciate it.
uncross later. That's the important question.
All right. Take care,
Good
y'all.
night, folks. Cheers.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Right, good games.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to season 42.
See you, mate.
All right, everybody. Reign, thanks for casting. Thanks for carrying me.